is King James Version of the verse of the day.
Yep.
For he saith to Moses,
Mm-hmm.
I will have mercy
Mm-hmm.
on whom I will have mercy,
I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. Okay.
and I will have compassion
Mm-hmm.
on whom I will have compassion.
I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So one thing about the King James translation of the Bible is very, very prophetic. Because you'll be saying, is this not wrong English? I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Mm.
But it's just trying to let you know that the mercy that is coming is already determined.
Yep.
You know, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. So I will have mercy is twice. So one of them came earlier before the current one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like saying,
It's like it's like Ephesians where he says that
Mhm.
God has, he's the Lamb of God sacrificed from the foundation.
exactly what I want to say
Yeah.
now. From the foundation of the world.
Yeah. They're like predestined. you know what I
Okay.
mean?
So it has been, the lamb has been slain
Mm.
from the foundation of the world. So when you see it happening about 2,000 years ago,
Yeah.
it is no longer a new thing. Okay?
Yeah.
It's no longer a new thing. So, today I was just thinking and I said, is it not to talk to everyone that even what we see happening right now has already happened in the spiritual realm? So I wanted to say that this physical world is a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow. Which means that our coming together, even right now, has already happened in the spiritual realm. It has happened. That is why death can be planned for someone even before they die.
Yep.
Okay? And it takes only you who is spiritual to be able to go into the spiritual realm and edit what is coming. So this is very hard to think about. Some people, as they are watching us right now, have been destined